In this video, we're going to talk about something very important for anyone over 60, how to walk safely and confidently. For many older adults, one unexpected fall can change everything. It's not just about a bruise or a sore hip. A fall can mean weeks of recovery, time away from the things you enjoy, and sometimes even losing a bit of independence. But here's the encouraging part: many falls can be prevented by making small changes in the way you walk. I'll be sharing 7 walking habits that physical therapists and aging experts recommend for seniors. Each one is designed to help you keep your posture strong, your balance steady, and your steps more secure. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from today? Drop your city or state in the comments below. And if you already have a walking tip that works for you, please share it. You never know who else might benefit from your advice. Point 1. Head position awareness. One of the first habits that makes a big difference in how steady you feel is where you hold your head while walking. It may sound too simple to matter, but your head acts like the steering wheel of your body. Wherever your head goes, your shoulders, back, and hips tend to follow. Many older adults walk with their heads tilted down, always looking at the floor. It feels safer because you want to see where your feet are going. You don't want to trip over a rug, a crack in the sidewalk, or a step. But here's the surprising truth: when you constantly look down, your posture starts to bend forward, your shoulders round, and your balance shifts. That small shift makes you less steady, not more. And because your eyes are always glued to the ground, you miss what's coming a few feet ahead, like a sudden step down or an uneven surface. Physical therapists often recommend something called the 20-80 rule. That means 80% of the time, your head and eyes should be looking straight ahead, and only 20% of the time should you glance down, and when you do, use your eyes, not your whole head. This keeps your posture upright and helps your body stay balanced. A good tip is to keep your gaze about 10 to 15 feet in front of you, whether you're walking through your home, your driveway, or a grocery store aisle. At first, it might feel uncomfortable because looking down has become such a habit. But with practice, you'll notice something: keeping your head up makes your steps smoother, your balance stronger, and your confidence higher. Every time you lift your head, you're reminding your body that you are in control, not your fear of falling. Point 2. Arm swing rhythm. When most people think about walking, they focus on their legs. But your arms actually play a big role in keeping you balanced. They act like natural stabilizers, helping your body stay steady with every step. Here's how it works: when your right leg steps forward, your left arm should swing forward naturally. And when your left leg steps forward, your right arm moves with it. This opposite rhythm is something your body learned as a child when you first started walking, and it has been keeping you steady ever since. The problem is, as we get older, many of us lose this natural arm swing without even realizing it. There are a few reasons this happens. Stiff shoulders or arthritis can make moving your arms less comfortable. Sometimes habits get in the way, like always carrying a bag, holding on to furniture, or keeping your hands tucked in your pockets. And for many seniors, fear plays a big part. When you're worried about falling, your body tenses up. Your arms stop swinging because you're bracing yourself. But that stiffness actually makes walking harder, not easier. Without your arms moving, your balance becomes less secure. The good news is you can bring back your natural arm swing with just a little awareness. Start by relaxing your shoulders and bending your elbows slightly. As you walk, allow your arms to move gently at your sides. You don't need to swing them dramatically. Small, natural movements are enough. If it feels strange, try practicing in place first. March your feet lightly and let your arms move with your steps. This will help your body remember the rhythm. Over time, adding this small habit makes walking smoother and more comfortable. You'll feel less stiff, your balance will improve, and your steps will flow more naturally. It's one of those simple changes that can quietly boost your confidence every single day. Point 3. Heel-to-toe walking. Another habit that makes a big difference in how steady you feel is the way your feet touch the ground. Over time, many older adults stop walking the way the body was designed to move. Instead of rolling from the heel to the toe, they start putting their whole foot down flat or even landing on their toes first. At first, this might feel easier or safer, but it actually increases your risk of stumbling. Here's the natural pattern of walking: your heel should touch the ground first. Then your weight rolls across the middle of your foot, and finally, your toes push you forward into the next step. This simple heel-to-toe motion acts like a built-in shock absorber. It protects your joints, keeps your body aligned, and helps your stride stay smooth. When you skip this pattern and walk flat-footed or shuffle, your steps become shorter, your muscles don't work as well, and you're more likely to trip over rugs, curbs, or uneven ground. Point 4. Small steps, big safety. When we were younger, taking long strides felt natural. Big steps made us feel strong and fast. But as we age, those long strides can actually work against us. They shift your weight too far forward or backward and make it harder to react quickly if something unexpected happens, like a slippery floor, a rug, or a sudden change in the ground. Here's why stride length matters. When you reach too far with your front foot, your center of gravity shifts back. That little shift puts more stress on your hips and knees, and it leaves you with less control. If you trip or slip, it's harder to catch yourself. On the other hand, shorter steps help you stay balanced because your weight stays centered. Your feet remain directly under you, where you're strongest and most stable. Smaller steps also help in another way: they make you more likely to lift your feet properly instead of dragging your toes. This reduces the chance of catching your shoe on rugs, curbs, or uneven sidewalks. And if you use a cane or a walker, short steps make it much easier to move smoothly without pulling yourself off balance. You can practice this by walking at your normal pace and counting how many steps you take in 10 seconds. Then, walk again with slightly smaller, quicker steps. If your number of steps goes up, that's a good sign. It means you're taking shorter, safer strides. It may feel a bit funny at first, almost like you're taking baby steps, but your body will adjust quickly. This habit isn't about walking faster or covering more ground. It's about staying safe and in control. With practice, shorter steps become your new normal, and you'll notice that walking feels smoother, lighter, and much more steady. Point 5. Core strength, core confidence. When people think about balance, most imagine strong legs or steady feet. But the truth is, your balance begins in the middle of your body, your core. The muscles in your stomach, lower back, and hips are like the foundation of a house. If that foundation is weak, everything above it feels shaky. You may have noticed times when you lean on furniture for support, feel unsteady standing still, or get tired after a short walk. Often, that's not your legs giving out, it's your core quietly losing strength over time. The good news is that you don't need a gym membership or heavy exercise equipment to improve this. Even tiny, everyday movements can wake up those core muscles and make your body feel stronger. For example, one older woman in her 80s discovered that her frequent falls weren't caused by her legs, but by a weak core. Her physical therapist gave her just 2 simple exercises. First, standing near a sturdy chair, she practiced lifting one foot an inch off the floor and holding it for a few seconds before switching sides. Second, while brushing her teeth, she gently pulled her belly in toward her spine for a few seconds at a time. That's it. Within weeks, she felt steadier and more confident moving around her home. You can try the same things. When you're near a counter or table, lift one foot slightly and hold it, then switch to the other side. Or, as you go about your daily routines, practice tightening your belly gently for a few seconds. Nobody will notice, but your muscles will. These small efforts add up. Over time, your core becomes stronger, your posture improves, and your balance feels more natural. A strong core gives you the confidence to walk without fear, knowing your body is supporting you from the inside out. Point 6. Floor awareness and transitions. One of the sneakiest reasons seniors lose balance isn't big obstacles, it's the small changes in the floor beneath your feet. A rug, a doorway threshold, a shiny tile, or even moving from sunlight into shade can throw you off if you're not ready for it. As we get older, our depth perception and reaction times slow down just a little. That's normal, but it also means your brain takes a moment longer to process what's under your feet. In that tiny delay, balance can slip away. Take the example of a gentleman in his late 70s. He considered himself careful, but one day he almost fell in his kitchen. The floor had just been cleaned, and while it looked fine, it was slippery. His feet moved before his brain had time to register the change. After that, he started a simple habit. Every time he walked into a different room, he quietly named the floor out loud. Tile. Carpet. Wood. It sounded silly at first, but it worked. That little reminder gave his brain just enough warning to prepare his steps. You can do the same. As you move from one room to another, think or softly say the surface you're stepping onto. This simple awareness gives your body a head start. Another good trick is to pause for 1 extra second when you step from a bright space into a dim hallway, or from sunlight into shade. That short pause allows your eyes to adjust before you continue walking. Also, be extra careful with shiny or glossy floors. Reflections and glare can trick your eyes, making the ground look different than it is. And if you wear bifocals, take your time when stepping off curbs or stairs, since the lens change can make the ground appear uneven. By giving yourself these small moments of awareness, you reduce surprises under your feet, and with fewer surprises, your balance becomes much more reliable. Point 7. Using support wisely, not constantly. Many older adults either avoid using support altogether because they don't want to look weak, or they rely too much on holding furniture, walls, or anything close by. The truth lies in the middle. Using support the right way doesn't make you weak, it helps you stay independent and safe. Think of support as a safety net. It's not there to take over your walking, but to give you confidence so you can move without fear. At home, this might mean placing a sturdy chair near your bed so you can hold it when you stand up. It might mean installing railings in the bathroom or putting non-slip mats near the sink where floors can get wet. These small adjustments give you the freedom to move without constantly worrying about slipping. When you're outdoors, a cane or a walker can make the difference between enjoying fresh air or staying stuck at home. The key is using these tools correctly. A cane should be held on the opposite side of your weaker leg so it naturally balances your stride. A walker should move forward with you in small steps, not pushed too far ahead. If you're unsure about the right technique, a physical therapist can show you in just 1 or 2 sessions. What's important to remember is that support isn't about weakness. It's about staying active. Using it wisely gives you freedom. It allows you to keep walking, keep moving, and keep living life on your terms without fear holding you back. By combining support with the other walking habits you've learned, posture, arm swing, heel-to-toe steps, smaller strides, core strength, and floor awareness, you create a strong system for safety and confidence. Each habit works together to help you keep walking forward with independence. So now we've covered 7 simple habits that can completely change the way you walk every day. First, we talked about keeping your head up, because where your head goes, your whole body follows. Then we looked at swinging your arms naturally, something your body has known how to do since childhood. We also discussed the importance of heel-to-toe walking, and how smaller steps keep you safer and more balanced. From there, we focused on the strength in your middle, your core, and how even tiny exercises can bring back confidence in your steps. We learned that paying attention to the floor and giving your eyes a moment to adjust can prevent stumbles. And finally, we reminded ourselves that using support wisely is not weakness, it's smart, and it helps you stay independent. What all these habits have in common is that they are small. They don't require money, special equipment, or hours of training. They're simple adjustments you can start practicing today, wherever you are. And when you put them together, they create something powerful: safer steps, stronger balance, and a more confident you. Remember this: every time you lift your head, swing your arms, or take a steady step, you are sending yourself a message: I am still in control of my movement. I am not done walking forward. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 7 habits surprised you the most? And which one are you going to try this week? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because your words might give someone else the courage they need. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend or family member. Walking safely isn't just about avoiding falls. It's about protecting your freedom, your confidence, and your independence for the years ahead.